Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is Alex here, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. Thanks to Camel Wolf 54 for requesting this. I'm doing a little bit of a playoff predictor. So, I mean, I don't really have the technical skills to make this super duper professional, so I apologize for that. I did the best I could. Um, and obviously given a little bit of time constraints and everything, I tried to truncate it down so that you guys didn't have to sit through a 30-minute video of me explaining every single game that's going to happen. Which, if you guys want that, let me know. I could probably do a more elongated version of this, but for now, we're going to stick to this truncated version. But without further ado, I want to kick this off. Thank you guys so much for watching this. It keeps me going, seeing the fact that you guys actually interact with me. I know it's mainly Zach Pletcher and Camel Wolf that do that, but regardless, I don't really care who it is. It's just entertaining to know that you guys actually, regardless if your opinion is positive or negative, actually want to interact. So thank you again. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. New content every day. So without further ado, let's kick it off. All right. So what I am choosing for the contenders is for the NFC. I think that the Seahawks are going to win the West. Russell Wilson is just a bad man. He's kind of taken Aaron Rodgers' title for that, but I think that he's just more of a dynamic game winner. So I think that he's going to be able to surpass the 49ers and be able to win a couple of those clutch games. Remember, 49ers were in quite a few games which were pretty damn close, and I think that teams are going to be able to get the lock in on Jimmy G, seeing that he kind of crumbled when it mattered most in the Super Bowl. So that's definitely, and then also DeForest Buckner leaving. I mean, I know they got Javon Kinlaw, but that makes a big void for Javon Kinlaw to take up. So you never know how the 49ers are going to react to that. And they could honestly go through a little bit of a slump at the start just from how high the expectations are for them. NFC East, this is a very controversial one, but I'm going the Cowboys. Now, they always have one of the best rosters. Regardless if Dak is playing or not, I think Andy Dalton could even bring him here and win the East. Carson Wentz is a little bit too injury prone for me, and I just don't really have faith in the Eagles. Now, could that change? Absolutely. The closer we get to the season, the more we understand how teams are doing health-wise, and regardless of like whether we're having a season or not, just seeing how if there's any preseason injuries or anything, if CD Lamb is looking good in camp, all these little factors. If Tyler Biadasz, that the Cowboys got in the fourth round, is actually a starting center, that would easily factor into this, because if they don't have a good starting center, then I'm gonna drop them immediately out of the playoffs. It's that big of a deal to me. So this is obviously up for debate, but Cowboys, I think they have one of the best rosters in the NFL. And unfortunately, they do like to choke in the playoffs a bit. But if you guys want to see a more in-depth run at the playoffs, I'm going to discuss every single game that I think is going to happen. But of course, as time goes on, this is subject to change. The North, the Packers are going to win. Aaron Rodgers is going to be pissed as all get go. He's going to want to be like, you know what? You don't want to give me weapons. Fuck you guys. I'm going to kick some ass, and you're going to regret it when hint, hint, we don't make the Super Bowl again. So I think that Aaron Rodgers is just going to be on fire. He's going to be very mad. He wants to prove something, but I don't think that gets him much past this point. The South, I'm predicting the Bucs to win the division. Tom Brady just has the most lethal offense in the NFL, and that was just aided by bringing Gronkowski over and giving him something that he's comfortable with. So I'm pretty happy with this pick, even though the Saints are pretty damn good all around. Tampa Bay actually has a really good system going on. And I'm actually gonna go with the wild card spots, which of course I have my camera covering the title wild cards. So nice job there. I'm saying the Bears. I think that Nick Foles is gonna win that starting job, right? And you'll see how that like unfolds in a second. But they have an all-star defense, one of the best defenses we saw like 2 years ago. So it's not like they just disappeared. You still have Khalil Mack, you still have Akeem Hicks, still have Roquan Smith, you still have Eddie Jackson back there, and Kyle Fuller. You have one hell of a defense. And then San Francisco, I mean, do I have to explain? They're a great team. And same thing with the Saints. They really don't have any holes. The NFC is pretty stacked right now. So I think that they're going to do a very good job, all these teams. And I think East is going to be the easiest division to win. And I think that the Buccaneers are going to be the number one in the NFC. So they're going to face the Cowboys. You know what? I'm just going to describe the games right now. They're going to face the Cowboys, who I think are going to have the lowest record. And they're going to beat them, obviously, first round. So, well, I mean, they're not – okay, scratch that. Buccaneers are going to have a bye. But the second best team, the Seahawks, I think could beat the Cowboys. I think any of these teams has the ability to beat the Cowboys just because for some reason when they're under pressure, they just can't work out. So I think that's how Cowboys are going to go down. Packers, I think they're going to fall to the Bears. The Bears, they don't usually do too well in Lambeau, but there is a bad man at the quarterbacking position in Nick Foles, and I think that he can come in and kick some ass. So I'm predicting them to go down to the Bears. And then Niners, I think that I'm pretty sure that they're going to go down to the Bucks. Just too high-powered of an offense. Too high-powered of an offense to just deal with. And then the Saints, I don't know. I mean, I think the Saints are going to go down probably to the Seahawks. I don't really know the order here as of right now, but we'll just – you know what? We're just gonna continue moving on. Let's just talk about the AFC. We'll discuss this a little bit more in depth in a second. AFC West. I mean, this one is probably one of the most widely agreed on. Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Nothing else I need to say about that. The East, we're gonna go the Bills. Jarrett Stidham. We don't know what he is. I don't think he's that great, but we don't know what he is. But we know the Bills have an insane run attack. They have a good defense. Josh Allen is getting better with turnovers, so I think that's just going to continue to trend up. AFC North, I'm picking the Steelers. Very controversial. You can say a little bit biased. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, obviously it's a little bit biased because I'm a Steelers fan, but the Steelers with Big Ben are just complete juggernauts. They always beat the Ravens somehow. Like, it's always an amazing game regardless of how good the Steelers and Ravens are. It's either going to be it doesn't matter if they're good or bad, either of them. It's just going to be a close game. It's going to be a very good game. And I think Ben's pretty damn clutch. So excited to see those games as well. And then the Ravens, the only reason I didn't put them as winning the division is just because they looked like they had a little bit more difficult of a schedule where they could have lost some key games. So going on to the AFC South, I have the Colts winning. I think Phillip Rivers is the piece they need. They have an amazing offense. Michael Pittman, T.Y. Hilton. They still have Jack Doyle there, one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Phillip Rivers, pretty damn good offense, and their defense is nothing to raise your nose about either. They're really damn talented. So that team is super interesting to watch. DeForest Buckner being there as well. So very interesting. So going on to the wild cards, I put the Baltimore Ravens. I think that they're going to probably have a 10-6 record. Super solid. I think they're going to make it in. And remember, guys, you may say, whoa, there's only 2 wild cards. This year, there is going to be 3 wild card teams. So very interesting that they're expanding the playoff bracket. But I was trying to find a playoff bracket gimmick. The whole entire reason I don't have one right now is because I couldn't find a good one. And all of them didn't follow that suit. But regardless, I think the Browns are going to have an amazing year. I think they're going to go 10-6 as well. That division is going to be insane. Baker Mayfield finally has time in the pocket, hopefully, given Jack Conklin and Jedrick Wills. Just watch out. And then the Titans, you're just going to run Derrick Henry, and defenses are going to get tired, and then they're just going to continue kicking ass. I don't think Ryan Tannehill is going to have a repeat season, but yeah. So I am going to say that in the conference championship, I love how my camera is covering everything. The NFC championship is going to be between the Buccaneers and the Bears, and the AFC is between the Chiefs and the Colts. So NFC, I think, just unstoppable offense, a very talented defense. And then the Bears, you see how Nick Foles turns it on with the Eagles. Just imagine when he has the fleshed out offense of the Bears. times the insane defense. I think that would be definitely something to watch out for. And then AFC, you have Patrick Mahomes. Like you I don't need to explain this. And then Phillip Rivers behind the offensive line, just insane. But drum roll, the teams that will make it into the Super Bowl are, the Bucs and the Chiefs. This is gonna be an amazing game, seeing the GOAT versus like the new GOAT. So I would absolutely be astounded if this is what's gonna happen. I would love to watch this live. Two super high-powered offenses going at each other, and if you're looking at it on paper, it's very easy to say Buccaneers should win this. I mean, two great quarterbacks. I mean, one a little bit more talented than the other. I mean, a little bit is quite an understatement, but like you have an aging Tom Brady behind the best offense possibly in the NFL, and then you have Patrick Mahomes. So two super high-powered offenses versus the better Buccaneers defense than the Kansas City Chiefs defense. It seems obvious that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers wins, right? Nah, I'm going with the Chiefs beating the Buccaneers by 7 points and going back-to-back. Patrick Mahomes is just unstoppable. He's super clutch. Tom Brady is an amazing game manager, but Patrick Mahomes is just somebody who you just can never count him out. Never count him out. He is literally what Aaron Rodgers was in his prime, but in his early 20s. So watch out. Kansas City back-to-back. So let me know what you guys think, because obviously this might have not folded out the way you wanted to. And also, again, sorry that I'm still trying to learn how to do this, like everything with computer graphics and stuff. So I'm working on it. It's a lot of work. Still getting better at this every day. Hopefully this sufficed your immediate cravings for the playoffs. Interesting way of saying that, but regardless, I won't hold you guys here any longer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Drop that like, comment, and subscribe. New content coming out every single day. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.